Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is my 1 month, my 1 month palette roulette, or 1 month 1 palette. If you don't know, this project is I randomly select 1 palette from my collection a month to use, with the goal of using up all my palettes and maybe decluttering some if I really genuinely for any reason or another don't want it, or whatever the reason is. So I randomly selected last month my Z palette, my single eyeshadows that are in my Z palette. So it is all Makeup Geek shadows bar these two. These two are Catrice colours down here. I was using each shade in here to see how I felt. Cade and Scale. Cade and Scale is Irish for what's the story. But I tried to make sure that I used all of these shades, bar I didn't get to use these two here. First shade, what's the first shade? So the first shade here was Chickadee. Let me just, yeah, it's Chickadee. It's a matte shade I use as a crease shade. Swatches are going to drive me mental. That little grey bit is managed to get from my finger beside it, but that's like an orange shade. It's beautiful. I'm keeping it. It's a matte shade. Really enjoyed it. It's gorgeous. You can use it like built like this on a lid, or even though it's matte, or in the crease, which I have used. Have I any looks with that? I don't know. But anyway, we'll start the looks later on. We'll just keep working with this. The next shade is Lemon Drop. It's the yellow one. When I bought this, I thought it was a matte shade. It's satin. Like, I would say that's satin. There it is there. Actually, I'm just going to give a brief explanation here. My very favorite shades were these two over here, and I am decluttering some shades for this palette. Anyway, the next shade is Bitten, is it? Look at me. It's only 3 shades, but anyway, it's a burgundy. It's a matte burgundy. I should really have brought something to wipe my hand with. Anyway, this is a matte burgundy. Look at that. Anyway, that's Bitten. So I enjoy these shades. I have a look on my Instagram with Bitten all over the lid. If I can find it, I'll insert it. Next shade here we've got going on is Preppy. This is this shade here. It's a grey kind of a brown shade. What finger is clean? It is oh, it's creamy. It's a grey brown shade. Again, transition shade. It's kind of a death undertone, like vomit undertone again. So the next shade is the dark brown shade here, and this is Mocha. Again, a matte shade. So a little swatchel-roo-sickle. There it is here, very dark brown, beautiful. Anyway, this is the matte dark brown shade, and it's so gorgeous for deepening up the outer V. You could again put it on your lid and like have a real smoky eye or under the eye. Okay, so the next, these first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the first 5 shades were matte, bar this satin one here. The rest are all duochrome, shimmery duochromes. They're not foils, but they're like the duochrome selection. So these two are my favorite. This one is called Voltage. Look at it here, can you see? So the next shade was this one here. I think I said that already, and it's in Voltage. This is my very favorite from the palette. It has a gold duochrome shift on this. Let me swatch it for you. Wait until you see this. I used it predominantly in work and people nearly died. Well, some people said to me, look at that shift. Can you see the shift there? So I tried this as a highlighter as well. Okay, so the next one is in I'm Peachless. Am I making a Hames of this? Am I? I'm Peachless. And here we go. This is this one. This is another one I also tried to use as a highlighter to see how I felt. Oh, it's so gorgeous. These two are by far, if I was to repurchase anything in this whole palette, it's those two. I would go out of my way repurchasing. They don't seem to sell Makeup Geek on Beauty Bay anymore, so I would have to order it from the US website, which I know in the past, before it was on Beauty Bay, I got stung with customs and all sorts of things, but I would do it for those 2 shades. Okay, next is my third favorite, and this is in My Thai. It's this one here, and let me just show you this shade. So this is this one here. Again, beautiful. I did not use this as a highlighter because it would be too dark on me, but I imagine if these ones were lovely as a highlighter, if you did have a deeper skin tone, this perhaps would be fantastic also. So I loved that one too. Phantom. This is a kind of a pink purple duochrome here, and a little swatchy again. Pork is on his way home, so I need to hurry on. This one here I use as a lid shade predominantly. Again, beautiful. I'd repurchase everything up as far as here. So this is this purple one here, and again I use this as a lid shade. It's really pretty. It's quite comparable or similar to the one in the Norvina palette. Again, beautiful. Next is Havoc, and it's this shade here, and I used this also. By the way, all these shimmery shades I use as a lid shade in the first two as a highlighter as well. So this one here, Havoc, is a kind of a blue-brown, but like with a pink, so I beg your pardon, like blue-brown pigment, only it's green and brown. This is really pretty. I have a few that are similar to that one in here. I might swatch the similar ones to that one. Next is, what's this shade here? Can you see? Let me just give you a little, they're all the duochromes ones anyway. So here we go. The next one is Karma. So it's Karma. It looks gold, but I didn't really like this one too much on my eye for some reason. Now my tastes change. So it's this one here. It's a gold, but like in a real yellow way. Like it's a yellow gold. Like that is yellow. Really pretty, but I wasn't gone on the look that I created. We've two left on this row here. This is a green and it's in Typhoon. And I don't really like green in general. So that's just a preference thing. Oh, but it's swatches. Look at that. Oh, duochrome green with a, what kind of a shift would that be? Gold? I don't know. That one's lovely on the lid. And this one here is called Secret Garden. Again, this one is that one of those duochromes with the, like the blue brown. So here, I didn't really like this one now, I have to say. But a lot of people do. That one at the very, very bottom. So again, it's like a very green and brown. Let me just clean up an aisle arm. Clean up on aisle 6. There is a spill on aisle 6. Just warning, my hand is kind of green. I tried to clean it, but anyway. We have two left here, and these two, as I said, I didn't get a chance to do this one. These bottom two, here they are. So the first one is the top one, and the darker one is the bottom one. So first is kind of a gold green shift, and then this is like a brown burgundy shift. Okay, I haven't used these two on the lid in quite a while, but they look fantastic. I'm decluttering 3 from the collection. They've already secured some homes, so I just said that I would film the video and then give them to the girls. So these two here are Catrice, and this is one duochrome from Makeup Geek in Rockstar. I don't think there's anything wrong with the shade. It's just that when I did my makeup inventory, I realized how many pans of eyeshadow I have, and I only want to pan stuff that I'm like 100% certain that I want to use it and use my time on. This one doesn't really show up. Can you see that up there? It's like a pink purple, very, very subtle. And I'm not a subtle, like I like everyday wearable stuff too, don't get me wrong, but this is too subtle for me. That's what I want. And then these two, one is a grey from Catrice and a burgundy one. This is the bottom two, a grey one and a burgundy one from Catrice. I don't want them. The grey one, I'm not into cool tones at the moment. I haven't been for a couple of years, especially not those types of shades. The bottom one, I do like that shade, the burgundy, but I have a lot of other burgundies in my, not a lot, but I have other burgundies in my collection, so I don't want to, you know? So I'm gonna give it to people who would actually want to use it. Anyway, this is the palette that I rolled in, and I'm putting this away and I'm decluttering these 3. So I'm at the point where I'm rolling in a new palette to work on, and I'm using the app, what am I using? Decision Roulette. So I had been, you know, listing my palettes 1 to whatever it is, 32, and randomly selecting one. Instead, I've put it onto an app here called Decision Roulette. It's just easier, and I've removed any palettes that I've worked on previously. So that way we're just going to roll stuff we have not yet worked on. Did I take off my Z palette? So we're going to spin this and see what we get. So here it is. I've made it makeup-y-ish. Which palette? My palettes are here, and go. What's that say? Okay, so I rolled in the Urban Decay Heat. This is actually such a great project because, well, a series that I'm doing because I'm actually getting used to the stuff. So here it is. It looks brand new. I only have used it a few times because it's monochromatic, and so all the looks I get are the same. But I was swatching this last night, coincidentally, and the shades are actually gorgeous. Now, I think I'm going to predominantly do all the swatches in my update video, but I'll do a few juicy swatches, the juiciest now. So we have Lumber, Dirty Talk, Scorched, and Ember. We'll swatch them, And then in the next video, I'll swatch them all. Just trying to use a clean finger. They're really, really creamy. They feel amazing. But I haven't really used it in ages, aside from swatching, because I default to other things. So here, oh, look at them. See what I mean about they're quite similar. But God, aren't they gorgeous? They're gorgeous. Now, I think what I'm going to do is, because I've been away, like unable to wear makeup for so long, I'm going to roll in another palette to catch up. So let's do this again. Well, it looks long without glasses. Oh, okay, look, I'm getting stuff that I wouldn't normally pick out by myself. So the Makeup Revolution Neutrals versus Neutrals. New Trials versus New. Here is this bad boy, and again, not getting enough use for me because I default to other palettes. That wasp is just staring me down, I know it. He's just sitting there waiting to pounce. Look at his little pointy bum. He is terrifying. Anyway, he's not annoying me and I'm not annoying him, I suppose, so. Here is the palette upside down, right way around, and it's quite pretty. Here is the little sheet with all the shades on it. So it's Makeup Revolution, quite affordable. And again, I don't get bloody use out of her, so I want to. How many mattes, how many shimmers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got 6 shimmers and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 mattes. It's a nice variety. We'll swatch the shimmers because I find the shimmers the most interesting, so I'm just going to assume that everyone else does. Okay, well I'm going to assume that these are the types of shimmers that you ought to spray or brush for a more intense look, or don't for a more subtle look. It depends on what tickles your fancy. So here they are, the shimmery ones swatched. What's that up the very top? Yes. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that right? They're in rose gold kind of a type of a theme to it. So it's so pretty. They're so pretty. So this is the palette that I'm going to work on. Again, I'm going to try and get some looks this month now that I'm back in action, and do more swatches in the update video. So that's my video for my roulette, my 1 month. Well, in this case, my 1 month 2 palettes to try and catch up. So I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you the next time.